What do Nick Nolte, comedian Steve Allen, and Steven Spielberg all have in common? They all played on the Phoenix Theater stage.
Claire Booth Luce, who wrote The Women, premiered The Women here. The Robe premiered here. Lately, in the last 5 years, we've had 7 different premieres here. So, very colorful and exciting history. This was also the home of the USO during World War II. We were the one of very few theaters that did not close its doors. The only time that the theaters has ever closed its doors was for about 10 days on the bombing of Pearl Harbor. 6th oldest continuously operated theater in the country.
Phoenix Theater was born in 1920 as Phoenix Players and has been at its Central and McDowell location, the former Hurd family farm, since 1923. The secret to Phoenix Theater's longevity may be its ability to adapt and grow into what the community wants their theater to be.
We just have been working for about last year and a half on a capital campaign to develop a new theater right here on our property. We will maintain the old theater, the theater that we're currently in now, and we have a small performing arts theater across our courtyard here, which we will also remain, but it'll turn into a cabaret at that time. We are bursting at the seams for our program demands and our needs, and in order for us to grow and be able to service the community better, this capital campaign and this new venue is extraordinarily important. Do phase 1 of it, which would be to create the black box, do a new box office, create the lobby areas, and then phase 2, as the economy improves, etc., that we would go into phase 2, which would be increasing the black box into the black box space would then become the seating area for the new theater, and it would become a 500-seat new theater, and primarily the phase 2 would be building the stage house.
Because the buildings and the site are owned by the City of Phoenix, the city's Planning and Development and Public Works departments and the Office of Arts and Culture have worked together on this project. The big challenge is placing a new building between 2 existing buildings on an already developed site, known in the industry as infill, and working with existing underground infrastructure, including water, electrical, and sewer lines. This is the latest in the theater's continuous growth cycle, and much of that growth has happened under the leadership of Michael Bernard, who began his career with the theater in 1979. He left for a 7-year stint directing musical stage shows for Disney, and then came home to Phoenix Theater in 1999.
Since I've come back, the theater has gone through quite an evolution, to be thanked by the staff at Phoenix Theater and the board of Phoenix Theater, who over the last 12 years have really worked tremendously to sort of regrow the theater and put it back on much more stable grounds.
Oh, look at my hair.
Phoenix Theater is known for staging Broadway musicals using local talent that make you feel like you're sitting in a Broadway theater. Many of the performers and a few Phoenix Theater creative productions have made it to the national stage. Its latest project is a children's show based on a book by best-selling author Wayne Dyer.
One of our passion and our core value goals is the development of new work. And we are now, we believe now that we are infrastructured enough from a staffing point of view and from a skill of being able to develop the new work and how to develop the new work and how to best work with the writers to best benefit them, and also from a design. And all we are lacking now is the additional venue to actually really mount new work in the way that it should be. We're very close to actually launching us into a national profile.